Thanks for joining today's snapshot for Tuesday, August 4th. When I was in seminary, my dad wanted to get a brand new VW Bug, and he figured out he could save a lot of money if he bought it in Germany in the town of Wolfsburg where it's made. So my wife and I, with virtually no money, volunteered to fly over and get it, and then we would have a car to drive around for several weeks. We lived on $5 a day, like the book said. We camped in a tent every night but one. Well, 3 events on that trip were profoundly influencing in terms of my understanding of Jewish-Christian relations. The first event was a trip to Dachau, near the medieval German town of Dachau, 10 miles from Munich, where 30,000 plus Jews were killed. I'll never forget going through that camp, nor will I forget the inscription in the entranceway of the camp in 4 languages, "Never again." After that visit to the longest running concentration camp, I picked up a copy of Anne Frank's diary and I read it over the next couple of weeks, and my wife read it as well. And then we went to Amsterdam and visited the secret place where she lived in a warehouse with 7 other people for 25 months. It was a poignant diary, full of humor, insight, hopes, especially when the Allies landed. And as you read the diary, you thought, oh, I hope she is found safe and sound by the Allies. But of course, she was turned in by an unknown informer, all of them taken away. She and her sister went to Auschwitz and then Bergen-Belsen, where they died 2 months before the liberation of the camp. Today, August 4th, is the anniversary of her being arrested by the Gestapo in that hideout in the warehouse in Amsterdam. A very sad day. Well, the third remembrance from that trip that all tied it together was a visit to Normandy, where Kathy's dad, as I mentioned yesterday, landed on D-Day. We went to visit the grave of Leonard Lewis, his best friend, who was tied together with Carl by amazing coincidences. Married the same day, had 1 daughter born the same day. It was crazy. He felt very close to Leonard. They trained together, but Leonard died on the beaches at Normandy. And we followed a little French caretaker who stopped in front of Leonard's grave, and there, instead of a marble cross, was a marble Star of David. Kathy's dad had never felt it important to tell us that Leonard was Jewish. Well, those 3 events shaped my sympathy with the anguish of the Jews over the centuries, and it filled me with regret over my past views of Jewish-Christian relations, and it engendered a respect and a fondness and a closeness to the chosen people of Israel that has stayed with me to this day. I want to close with a hymn that is in the old "With One Voice" hymnal to a Latvian tune from Psalm 137. By the Babylonian rivers we sat down in grief and wept, hung our harps upon a willow, mourned for Zion when we wept. How shall we sing the Lord's song in a strange and bitter land? Can our voices veil the sorrow? Lord God, hold your holy band. The Lord be with you today. God bless you.